Our next comedian is one of my favorites, and we're going to give her some extra time because she's so funny. Karina Reyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's give it up for our host, guys. Yeah. He's so nice. Tall people can be nice. So I have a master's degree, but somehow I haven't mastered the art of dating. Like me and my boyfriend were on the same car insurance, and my State Farm agent found out that he was leaving me before I did. Yeah. She got a phone call and I got a text message. It said, "It's over, but don't worry about the car insurance. I took care of it." This is why I don't date responsible men. Just ghost me. And I mean, I should have seen the red flags, because on our third date, he brought an 8-ball to my apartment. Yeah. I told him, I'm adventurous, I like to try new things. I didn't know that was code for burn cocaine. But I tried it. And I just thought, if you're gonna bring cocaine to my apartment, at least bring good cocaine. Now I know how much you paid for this. He was like, it was free. And I was like, yeah, I can tell. I went on a date, I went on a blind date, and you know it's going bad when the guy says, "Do you have autism?" Yeah. He was like, "You're very smart, but your social skills are lacking." It was just a bad date. I didn't know eating with your mouth open looked like autism. But I did what somebody who doesn't have social skills would do. I farted. I was like, that's the last time I shared an Uber ride. I went on a date in LA, and the guy told me he was a healer. I was like, this is some LA shit. But I let him heal me. Can't be worse than when my mom heals me. Yeah. And he was just like, if I was your boyfriend, I would go to all your shows. That's not a selling point for me. We all know you don't think the groupie. Well, maybe this guy does. He's like, I'm sitting next to her right now. I went on a date with a med student, and I was like, okay, this should be good. And then he told me he was into BDSM. If you don't know what that is, imagine like choking or pain or being told what to do. It's like having a wife. He's like, I know what you're talking about. She made me come here. Does it look like I'm into it? Well, yes I am. We just moved in together. Guys, true love does exist. It just looks like somebody that likes to call you master. Have you guys ever had sex? With someone who kept their glasses on? I feel like you have. You're laughing hard. Yeah, I called his pimp, and I was just like, that's not what I paid for. And he was just like, well, if I'm not wearing them, I can't see you. And I was just like, why do you think I took mine off? And the whole time I just kept thinking, can I get the number to your optometrist? because my glasses don't even stay on while I'm talking. And they stay on the whole time, like the whole time. Even when it got foggy. I was like, nobody's 20/20 vision down here. Have you guys ever slept with somebody that doesn't moan? Like, how do you know that they're giving consent? He just breathes really hard. It's like you're sleeping with Darth Vader. And at one point, he finally started talking. I was like, yes, I can feel the force. He was like, I am your daddy. I went on a first date, and the guy said he didn't bring a condom because he thought it would be creepy. So he left it in the car. As if some magical fairies are gonna go get it when it's time to come. I was like, you know what would have been creepy? If you walked into my apartment, took off your shoes, pulled out a condom, placed it on my bed, and was like, here it is. Just so you know. No pressure. That would have been creepy. Or if he walked into my apartment, when it came time for him to take off his pants, he was already wearing it. So many ways it could have been worse. I was like, that's why nothing happened. It was meant to be in the car. I took my friend to a strip club, and I wanted to be a cool friend, so I bought him a lap dance with his credit card. And the girl that he picked, she was kind of robotic. Like, I could do a better lap dance. And I have the flexibility of a candy cane. Like, I can't even touch my toes. And I'm short. Like, what's the point? Yeah, I used to use escort services in college. Not the fun one. They would escort girls around the school. It was sponsored by the police. And I used to really abuse this. Like, I abused everything. I used to go to parties with the escort service. And one day, something terrible happened. There was a rape on campus, and people started using escort services the way you're supposed to use them. So when I called, they were so busy that they sent somebody in a bike to walk me to my destination. I'm from Compton. This is Irvine at 2 a.m. Like, this is a cakewalk. I'm not scared. I was just lazy. Yeah. I was recently racially profiled at a poke place. I ordered my food and they gave me extra jalapenos. Yeah, as if they think I should handle that spice because of the color of my skin. But I can't because I'm only half Mexican. I'm half Mexican and half Salvadorian, so you know I'm half angry. In food terms, I'm half a taco and half a pupusa. So I'm delicious. Yeah, like my mom doesn't speak English and my dad doesn't know how to read or write. And so I think they only had me so I could be their first generation Waze app. You know, white people have stocks, Latinos have children. We are their investment. That's why there are so many kids. They gotta diversify those portfolios. Latinos are smart. Yeah, and so they told me that they would take me in the car and I used to write down all the streets. And one day my dad got lost and he's like a macho man, so he doesn't like to ask for help. Yeah, and so they're trying to find the street And I'm like, oh yeah, you guys passed us like 3 streets ago. And they turned the car around, and that's when I realized, I got the power. Yeah, so then I was like, oh, I can get away with anything. Yeah, when I was in high school, I ditched school to go to Chuck E. Cheese. It was senior ditch day. Yeah, and did you know that Chuck E. Cheese won't let you in during the day if you're not over 18? Yeah, and some of us were, so we were showing our ID, and they just assumed that we went to the nearby college. Like, what kind of college students are going to Chuck E. Cheese in the middle of the day? I would be concerned. Yeah, and so I knew that the school was going to call my house, and so I just unplugged the phone. Did you guys ever do that? Yeah, like we had dial-up internet. So I'd just be like, oh, I forgot to plug it back in, and they would never know. Yeah, like when I was in high school, I was involved in a hit and run. I was the one who ran. They eventually found me, but my parents never found out. Yeah, there was like a small little scratch in my car, and they kind of figured it out because I'm not good at lying. And I just told them like, oh, it was a very old car, like nothing happened. But this Nissan Altima, like I still remember the name of the car. The whole trunk was smushed in, and my car had a little scratch, but they never found out. Yeah, it was bad. So my coworker, he told me that his girlfriend wants an engagement ring that cost $15,000. Yeah, take note, ladies. He was like, they've been together for 10 years, and she thinks she deserves it. I was like, I'll do it for 3, and now we're getting married. I was like, can I keep the difference? Tommy doesn't pay anything. Yeah. He actually told me that his girlfriend was really sick. I was like, oh, what does she have? He was like, oh, she has a lot of infections. I was like, what STD is that? You guys don't have to clap, because she already has to clap. Yeah, some people don't like that joke. Yeah, I'm single, but I recently started thinking about how I want to punish my future children. It's never too early to start. And I thought, oh, you don't want to eat your vegetables? You don't want to do your homework? Let's go for a ride. Let's go to Skid Row. You really want to scare them? That's when you press the unlock button. Let's see if they do their homework next time. This is probably why I don't have kids. They'd be taken away. Yeah. Let's see. You know I came up with some new stuff. And I forgot it. But okay. So I work as an engineer, and I make just enough after taxes to not steal toilet paper. But I don't make enough to not steal the water bottles at work. Yeah, like one day this guy was taking 3, if I did taking 2. And then he was like, oh yeah, one day I just took the case, and I was like, oh, you're onto something. Yeah. Yeah, I work in a very like male-dominated space. I'm the only woman in my department. And sometimes it's not that good, but sometimes it's fine because you get to know things that other people don't know. Like my coworker, who is like an older Filipino guy, he used to call me the favorite. And it's just like, I just ask questions, and he tells me the answers. Because I'd be like, oh, we're getting this project, or we're going to have to work like this day. And he's like, how do you know that? And I was like, I asked him. I was like, I'm not trying to stay here for free. Like, because you don't get paid for overtime. So it's like, if I don't have to stay overtime, like, I'm out. But these Filipino people, they will work 10 hours a day and make you look bad. And when you leave on time, they will make you feel bad. They're like, oh, you're leaving already? Yeah, you take a 30-minute lunch to get out early, And they're like, I got here before you. Why are you leaving? You know, I'm just like, why don't you have a life? Yeah, so you know a guy is interested in you when he asks you, what is your zodiac sign? Right? Like, why else would they ask you that? I didn't reply, and he was just like, I'm a Pisces. And I wanted to reply, I'm uninterested. But that's me. So I didn't do that. I just went on Google and I looked up what match does not go with Pisces. I was like, that's what I am. I was like, we are not compatible. Our sun signs do not match. It says we will get divorced. You know? Are you willing to give me half of your money? He was like, I don't have any money. And that was the end of that. But he keeps trying to get me to be on his podcast. Yeah, it's like a podcast where you go to an open mic and then afterwards you go out to eat. I was like, are you just trying to get me to go to dinner with you? I was like, I don't think so. He only has one episode, so I was like, let's wait. I'll leave you guys with this. My mom just had me and my sister, and that's because I'm also a magician. When my mom was pregnant, there was 2 of us, and then I made the other one disappear. Thank you guys, my name's Karina Reyes.